What if I told you that the blueprint for our future cities wasn't written last year or even last decade, but 5,000 years ago? See, this isn't just a history lesson. It's about a single 5,000-year-old mistake. A mistake that is still flooding our cities today. Yeah, you heard that right. The answer to one of our biggest modern problems has been hiding in plain sight for millennia. So this might look like just another question, right? But get this. This is a real question from one of the toughest exams on the entire planet, the UPSC. This isn't just some trivia. The people who answer this correctly are the ones who literally go on to build our future cities. And today, we're not just going to answer this question. Oh no, we're going to give you the ancient blueprint to solve it, a step-by-step formula that connects the past, the present, and the future of how we build our world. All right, let's jump right in. Part 1 of our blueprint, the city foundations. You can think of this as the ancient hardware, the physical nuts and bolts of what makes a city stand strong. So the genius of the Indus Valley Civilization, or the IVC, was just how orderly it all was. No chaos here. They built their cities, like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, on a super systematic grid. I mean, does that look familiar? It absolutely should. It's basically the prototype for modern planned cities like Chandigarh. They literally invented the logical street layout. But they didn't just worry about what you could see on the surface. Nope, they went underground. We're talking sophisticated covered drainage systems, complete with manholes and cesspits. Think about that for a second. This wasn't just for show, it was a massive leap in public health, an idea so far ahead of its time that it's the direct inspiration for huge modern government projects, like the AMROOT mission today. So how did they build all this stuff to last for thousands of years? Well, they had a secret code, a golden ratio, if you will. 1 to 2 to 4. That was the exact proportion of every single brick they made. Across a civilization that was bigger than ancient Egypt, this wasn't a coincidence. It was incredible standardization. You could almost call them the original Bureau of Indian Standards, the OGBIS. They knew that to build big, you need to build smart, with a system. Okay, so we've got the hardware down, but a city is more than just bricks and drains, right? That brings us to part 2 of the blueprint, the city's soul. This is the ancient software, the stuff that makes a city feel alive. Take a look at the Great Bath of Mohenjo-Daro. This wasn't just the world's first public pool, you guys. It was a hub, a place for community, for rituals, for connection. It was the heart of the city. And this idea that a city needs shared public spaces to thrive is a core principle of something you hear about all the time today, the Smart Cities mission. And get this, they were obsessed with sustainability, probably more than we are today. Their houses, multi-storied, built around these cool central courtyards that provided natural air conditioning. We're talking ancient climate-responsive design. This isn't just a history fact. It's exactly what modern green building standards like the GRI ratings are trying to get us back to. And water? Wow, when it came to water, these guys were absolute masters. Wells, reservoirs, intricate systems to conserve every single drop. This wasn't just basic plumbing. It was advanced water management. In fact, their techniques are the direct inspiration for modern rainwater harvesting, which is a huge part of India's Jal Shakti Abhiyan right now. All right, so we've covered the hardware, the physical city. We've covered the software, the city's soul. Now for the final, crucial piece of the puzzle. Part 3, city systems. This is the ancient operating system that made the whole thing run smoothly. And their operating system was built on 3 simple but powerful pillars of resilience. First, secure your food supply. They had massive granaries. Second, organize your economy with planned marketplaces. And third, manage your waste with surprisingly sophisticated systems. Food, trade, and sanitation. You nail those 3, your city is built to last. And don't think for a second this is just a loose comparison. The influence is mind-blowing. The IVC's granaries, they're the ancient ancestor of today's Food Corporation of India. Their marketplaces, the direct blueprint for modern market yard developments. And their focus on waste management, well, that's the conceptual seed that grew into the massive Swachh Bharat mission. But here's the kicker, the real mic drop moment. Remember what I said about flooding at the start? The IVC knew about floods, and they didn't just cross their fingers and hope for the best. They planned for disaster.
They built their cities on these huge elevated platforms. They engineered their way out of the problem before it even started. And that exact idea is now inspiring modern flood-resistant architecture. They solved our problem 5,000 years ago.
So, let's put it all together. It's time to look at our ancient future. Here is the complete blueprint, finally revealed. And here it is, the answer to that exam question, laid out plain and simple. Their grid planning? That's the Smart Cities mission. Their advanced drainage? That's the en route mission. Water conservation? Jal Shakti Abhayan. Waste management? Swachh Bharat mission. Public spaces? The Hriday scheme. It's not just similar, it's a direct line. It is all connected. So what is their legacy? What's the takeaway here? It's systematic planning. It's a hardcore focus on public health. It's sustainability baked into the DNA of their cities. It's respecting cultural heritage. And crucially, it's disaster resilience. These aren't just ancient ideas. They are the literal principles shaping urban development goals right now. Which really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Maybe the most innovative, smart city isn't the one with the most futuristic tech, but the one that's smart enough to remember its own past. Hey, if this totally blew your mind, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We drop jaw-dropping insights just like this every single week. And I really want to know what you think. Drop a comment below. What other ancient secrets do you think are hiding right under our noses in the modern world? Let's get a conversation going.
This has been The Explainin'.